We got a telephone call from Glenn asking if we were thinking about putting the house on the market. I'm keen on real estate and I'm always looking, so I'm always interested in how much my property's worth. So I said, yeah, come on over.
Probably half a dozen over the past 18 months or so. The agents in the area seem particularly proactive around either staying in touch. We had the guy who sold the house to us originally was constantly in touch with us. Other agents obviously coming out to reach out to see if we are interested and other people are interested in the street because of recent sales and everything else. So there's a regular kind of communication. And as Andrea said, she was always interested in how much we accrued on the property, on the value over time. So she regularly had conversations with people on that basis. Yeah, it's something I thought about at the time. I liked the approach that Wisebury take to marketing a property, the thought they put into it, and the general way that the company as a whole seems to take a concept of lining houses to purchasers and getting the right people through the property really early on, and just the whole way that the Wisebury seemed to approach that was very different to conversations I had with other agents, and it was one of the key things that really swung my decision on who to go with. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there were some pieces that needed some maintenance doing. The driveway had eroded in the recent storms last year. We hadn't got around to putting that together. And the fact of its location, it was on a steep driveway on a high side of a hill, and it's not everyone's cup of tea. Fantastic property, great location, but little things like that we thought maybe we should do before we put it on the market.
Absolutely. No, I had phone calls regularly spoke with Glenn and Paul and Chris, and kept in the loop about open homes. Chris was always happy to fit us in when we could. Glenn would come around and do the open homes, and we didn't even need to be around, so it was very easy.
Gave him a very unrealistic number and target to achieve, and said that if he could get that number then we'd sell the house, and he was confident that he could, and lo and behold he did within 2 to 3 weeks.
A week.
A week. There you go, it was a week. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, we had calls on Sundays and weekends and out of hours. Unexpectedly, I mean, on days when we were thinking we'll wait to hear something on Monday or Tuesday and we get a call on a Sunday afternoon, it was really nice, and I think it is those personal touches that really make the experience much smoother from our perspective, both in selling and buying, being kept informed and kept up to date, and having that trust that people are working behind the scenes for you really, really does make it very, very simple.
All the guys in the office came through and looked through the property.
I've never seen that before.
No.
When Andrea phoned me, I was at work and she said, we've got 12 people or something going around through the house, and I said, who? We haven't organised an open house. She said, no, just everyone from the agency. And I like that, and that kind of brings true to that whole approach that Wisebury takes, is having everybody involved, everybody familiar, so that everybody can have a valued conversation with anybody else around what the property looks like. So we spoke to Glenn, spoke to Chris while he was there, with Paul. And even it's small things that matter. Even when you walk into the branch and the receptionist remembers your name and where you're from and your background, it's very personal, and I kind of like that personal approach to it. Oh yeah, absolutely. Having been on both sides of the equation, so selling with you and buying with you, I would probably not use another agent again as long as I stayed in the area, for sure. And I think in a process that is particularly stressful, when you have a family around you and you're moving and everything else, to take so much of that stress out of the equation is kind of perfect from our perspective. That's why I'd be more than happy to use Wise Brew.